Anime, the legendary hero is dead. Continuing from episode 6, Henri and Marguerite, who were still bathing in the hot springs, noticed that the townspeople were acting strangely. Still wearing their towels, they went outside to subdue the townspeople. After successfully doing so, they put on their clothes again and investigated what was happening. Henri realized that these zombie-like townspeople could faint like ordinary humans, indicating that they were not under the influence of necromancer magic. Tuca came to meet Yuna and Marguerite. He carried Yuna, who had been bitten, but Tuca did not reveal Yuna's condition, that she had been bitten by one of the mob. Tuca thought that Henri and Marguerite would threaten Yuna's life if they knew she had been bitten. Suddenly, Belarco appeared from the front door and suggested that they go to the mayor's residence. The surviving townspeople were gathering there. At the mayor's residence, the mayor was confident in the security of his house. He believed that the zombies could not break in. One of the townspeople present there noticed an intruder. It was not a zombie, but Tuca and his companions. The townspeople felt relieved because Hero Cyan had come to save them. Among the people staying at the mayor's residence, 2 adventurers who had helped Leland at that time were seen. At first, Tuca did not recognize who the 2 adventurers were. One of the adventurers also noticed that Yuna was present. He wanted revenge because he had been severely beaten by Yuna before. The adventurer provoked the townspeople by saying that Yuna had been bitten by a zombie because she appeared unhealthy. Tuca panicked and denied it, further agitating the adventurer. The townspeople were incited and wanted Yuna to be killed. The adventurer took out his knife to prepare to kill Yuna. Tuca couldn't just stand there and punch the adventurer, sending him flying into the wall. Regardless of the risks, Tuca would protect Yuna. Marguerite tried to calm Tuca down for his actions. Right now, he had to think calmly instead of scaring the townspeople. Henri and Marguerite also couldn't accept Tuca keeping Yuna's bite a secret. They would also protect Yuna just like Tuca. As Tuca began to calm down a bit, Yuna, who had been silent all this time, suddenly became aggressive like zombies. The townspeople, who saw this, became even more panicked. Henri had no choice but to try necromancer magic on Yuna. Her magic succeeded, and Yuna became calm again. Henri declared to the townspeople that Yuna was only suffering from a fever. Yuna, who was being controlled by Henri, nodded in response to Henri's statement. Instantly, the townspeople were no longer panicking. After entering the mayor's residence, Tuca asked how Henri could control Yuna with necromancer magic. Henri gave a magic crystal to see what was inside Yuna's mind. The magic crystal could reveal intangible things like magic energy and souls. Tuca saw something that seemed to be gnawing at Yuna's soul. According to Henri, it was a magic that froze the soul and erased someone's sanity, turning them into a monster-like state. Yuna's soul was still alive, but the magic made her weak. This condition made her appear similar to a corpse and could be controlled with necromancer magic. If this chaos was caused by magic, all they had to do was seize or destroy the magic crystal of the perpetrator. They would search for the culprit when morning came. Henri proposed to possess Yuna's body, as Henri couldn't control Yuna when she was asleep. And perhaps the culprit wouldn't know if there was a soul inhabiting Yuna's body. With a lewd intention, Tuca suggested that he should be the one to possess Yuna. He made the excuse that if Henri possessed her, no one would be able to control the other zombies. Henri could only use her magic when she was in her original body. Tuca even considered using soma drops because his magic energy level was not enough to possess someone. He also rejected Marguerite's idea of possessing him. His reason was that Tuca could act like Yuna when meeting her acquaintances. After successfully possessing her, Tuca, who was now in Yuna's body, immediately began groping Yuna's thighs. Marguerite reprimanded Tuca for his actions. Once again, Tuca justified that he was searching for any other bites on Yuna's body. He claimed that he only wanted to protect Yuna. Tuca then looked for an opportunity by saying that he wanted to take a bath before going to sleep. However, when Tuca's eyes were covered with a cloth at the bathing area, Henri and Marguerite bathed Yuna's body. After the bath, they wanted to go to sleep right away. Tuca felt like he had an opportunity when Marguerite said that the mayor had prepared rooms for each person. Without hesitation, Tuca locked his room door and prepared stockings for Yuna's thighs. In the midst of his excitement, Tuca heard a knock on his door. When he opened it, it turned out to be Henri and Marguerite, who wanted to sleep together out of fear that something might happen. It was already late at night, and Tuka seemed to be the only one unable to sleep. He felt annoyed because he couldn't enjoy Yuna's thighs alone. He then realized that this situation was actually advantageous. He could enjoy both Yuna's and Marguerite's thighs at the same time. Unfortunately, Marguerite was still awake and tied Tuka up to prevent him from doing anything inappropriate. Two people who were observing from above the residence panicked as they saw the situation outside. Amidst the horde of zombies, there was a black-headed demon that broke through the walls of the mayor's residence. The zombies could now enter inside. Tuka and Marguerite woke up earlier when they heard the commotion outside, while Henri was still sleepy and reluctant to wake up. The zombies reached their room. Henri fully awakened, and fortunately, they could be controlled using necromancer magic. The adventurer who had helped Leland saw this as entertainment. He wanted to see the desperate face of the mayor. The adventurer found the mayor cornered by the zombies and asked for help from the two adventurers. He also mentioned that there was still another safe place besides the residence. Unlike his companion, Negan wanted to help the mayor, especially when there was a demon attacking as well. Tuka and the others also arrived there and witnessed the mayor being attacked. Marguerite had a magic crystal that shot ice projectiles from a distance to save the mayor. Although the magic crystal had weak offensive power, Marguerite could overcome it by using her magic bow. The bow could enhance her arrows with any kind of magic. The demon was immediately defeated with a single shot to its head. The mayor escorted Tuka, his companions, and the two adventurers to a safe place within his residence. Belarco was also present there. The mayor considered the room safe because its walls were made of steel and there were cannons that could attack from all angles. Feeling like showing off, he fired one of the cannons. Tuka scolded him because the shot could reveal their location. However, deep down, the mayor regretted not acting sooner when this tragedy began. He didn't expect it to become this severe. Marguerite promised him to restore the townspeople to their original state. The mayor seemed familiar with Marguerite's presence and believed that she was the princess of the kingdom. He had met her when the princess was young. Marguerite didn't want her identity to be known, so she concealed it. The two adventurers who entered the room were quite convinced that Marguerite was indeed the princess. They discussed what they would do next. Henri believed that a high-level demon was involved in this incident. Afterward, Tuka borrowed Leland's crystal of magical transparency to locate the whereabouts of the demon. However, he had difficulty using it. If he poured too much magical energy into the crystal, he couldn't see anything at all. Tuka then had a brilliant idea. He combined the crystal of transparency with the crystal of magical scrying. With this combination, Tuka could locate the demons present. He saw 4 demons, and one of them seemed to be a high-level demon. Tuka felt that they were outnumbered and planned to ambush that demon. The two adventurers who didn't want to participate in the ambush finally realized that they were the adventurers who had helped Leland. Normally, they would have received appropriate punishment, but Marguerite offered them forgiveness if they joined in saving the city. They agreed to the offer. Suddenly, the demons that Tuka had seen earlier broke into the room from below. It seemed that their location had been exposed due to the mayor shooting the cannon. One of the demons mentioned that they suspected the presence of the hero sign there. Negan attacked one of the chubby demons, causing it to explode and be thrown back upon contact. Marguerite was also attacked by the chubby demon, but luckily she managed to escape using Isaac's bear form technique. Isaac's teachings were indeed quite peculiar. They all tried to exit the room first. When Belarco tried to intercept the chubby demon that was chasing them, the demon seemed to receive an additional power from the high-level demon. Belarco was surprised and thrown into the river. Henri immediately became convinced after seeing this. The chubby demon was affected by the same magic that transformed the townspeople into zombies. It was clear that the high-level demon was the culprit. Since Henri was currently controlling the body of the hero Cyan, Tuka instructed Henri to transform the holy sword into a giant and eliminate the demon. However, strangely enough, Henri couldn't change the shape of the holy sword. Tuka said it was as simple as imagining it, but even after imagining it, Henri still couldn't do it. Tuka took the holy sword from the body of the hero Cyan and tried to transform it. Tuka easily demonstrated it. The previously empowered demon instantly split into 2. Marguerite was puzzled as to why Tuka could use the holy sword, especially since Tuka was currently in Yuna's body. Tuka, too, only just realized and didn't know why they could use the sword. At the end of the episode, Belarco finally regained consciousness after being thrown by the demon. A girl approached him and inquired about his condition. Belarco explained that the townspeople had turned into monsters. Upon hearing this, the girl expressed her intention to save the city, claiming to be a hero herself. Next to the girl who identified herself as a hero, there were 3 other individuals who appeared to be part of her hero party. This is the end of episode 6. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss part 7 of this series recap.